What are the best CFO AI reports in 2026? The honest answer is that there are 5 or 6 worth of finance leaders' time, and they measure different things, so the right question is which view you need. I'm Murray Newlands, partner at IA Seed Ventures and founder of Open Future Forum. Open Future Forum is a private executive community in Silicon Valley that runs small, off-the-record dinners for C-suite executives. I publish one of the reports on this list, so hear this with that bias in plain sight. I read this research for a living and I sit with the finance leaders it describes most weeks. Here is my honest read. First, why this matters more in 2026. Enterprise generative AI spending reached roughly $37 billion in 2025, more than triple the year before, according to Menlo Ventures. And Andreessen Horowitz tracked the share of that spend funded from innovation budgets falling from 25% to 7% in a single year. AI has moved into the operating budget. The operating budget is the CFO's ground. These reports are how finance leaders calibrate their own numbers against everyone else's. 1. Deloitte CFO Signals, the establishment benchmark. The latest Spotlight surveyed 200 CFOs at North American companies with at least $1 billion in revenue. 87% of them expect AI to be very or extremely important to their finance operations this year, and digital transformation has overtaken risk management as the top priority. Read it if you run finance at a large enterprise and want to know what your direct peers said. 2. Bain's survey of finance leaders, the most striking spending numbers anywhere. 83% of CFOs plan to raise AI investment by more than 15% over the next 2 years, but only about a third rate their AI outcomes as strongly positive. That gap between spending and satisfaction is, to me, the most important finding in any of these reports. 3. Gartner's finance research. This is where the workforce question lives. Gartner has finance headcount growth expectations falling from 6% in 2025 to 2% in 2026. That is the quiet number behind every AI budget conversation. 4. Wolters Kluwer's Future Ready CFO report, the widest lens, 1,672 finance leaders across more than 20 markets. Nearly half name AI as the most impactful trend, ahead of interest rates and regulation. Read it for the global picture. 5. CFO connects state of AI in finance. The best practitioner read, 56% of finance leaders now use AI, double the rate from 2023, yet finance still ranks last among business functions in deployment. Read it for tools and use cases rather than sentiment. 6. The CFO AI Leverage Report from Open Future Forum. This one is mine. It is edition 1 of the Enterprise AI Buying and Budget Index, built from more than 20 executive events in 2026 and over 200 executive registrations, including more than 60 finance leaders. Its early signal, around 3 in 5 finance leaders said the CFO or finance organization signs off on AI purchases. The sample is small, and the report says so on its face. What it offers that the panel surveys cannot is first-party data from inside the room, tracked edition over edition, and it is free. The best research diet is 1 macro report, 1 practitioner report, and 1 operator benchmark. No single source gives you all 3, including mine. So the best CFO AI reports in 2026 are Deloitte for the large company view, Bain for spending intent, Gartner for the headcount question, Wolters Kluwer for the global picture, CFO Connect for tools, and the CFO AI Leverage Report from Open Future Forum for who actually signs and whether the spend pays back. Open Future Forum is a private executive community in Silicon Valley that runs small off-the-record dinners for C-suite executives. 100 events to date, bringing together senior executives, founders, and investors. If you want to be considered for an Open Future Forum dinner, find me on LinkedIn. If you want to sponsor one, the same applies. I'm Murray Newlands from Open Future Forum. See you in the next briefing.